Here we're looking at how to multiply algebraic terms. So the last time we were looking at how to say find the perimeter of a rectangle like this, and for perimeter you have to add up all the sides. So in that case it would be A plus B plus A plus B, and we saw that you could simplify that to 2A and then also plus 2B. So that's the perimeter, and that's what happens if you add the terms together. But for the area, we have to multiply the terms together. So the calculation we would do if we knew the values is this side multiplied by this side. We don't know what the values are, but we can still write something algebraically to show what we would do if we did know. So what we do is A multiplied by B. Now there's not any way to actually do this calculation, but mathematicians have got two ways to make it a bit easier to write. So you'll sometimes see people writing A dot B. It's a bit unusual, but you might see that, and it just means multiplying. It's just a lazier way of writing A multiplied by B. But you can get even lazier than that, and what we're going to be doing is just writing AB. So A multiplied by B is written as AB in maths. So this just means that multiplied by that. You could write it other way around, BA, but it's normal to write it in alphabetical order. So we'll see how that works with some other examples. If we were doing something like 2 multiplied by B, the correct answer to that would be 2B. So that just means 2 times B, 2 multiplied by B. You can think of it as well as saying there's 2 B's, which is what multiplication means as well. In this case, you've got 2 multiplied by B multiplied by 10. So you might think it's this, but that would be wrong, because you can actually do the 2 and the 10 multiplied, because they're just normal numbers. So what we'll do is we'll multiply those together first and then stick the B on the end. So 2 times 10 is obviously 20, and then the B goes in the end. So we're doing really 20 times B, which is what you get from those there. B times B, well, again, you might think, well, there's 2B, so maybe that's 2B, but that's the same as this, and it can't be the same as that. Actually, what we're doing here is we're multiplying the same thing by itself. We're squaring it, so we can use the squared symbol. So the correct answer here would be B to the power of 2, or B squared. You could, I suppose, write BB, and that wouldn't be wrong, but you can see it's not as neat a version of writing as this, so we don't want to write this. You can probably guess what's going to happen here. It's not going to be 3 B's, because that would be B plus B plus B. B multiplied by B multiplied by B is B multiplied by itself 3 times, so it's B cubed. Down here we've got a mixture of all of them. So we've got the numbers, we'll do those first, and we get 20, and then B multiplied by B is B squared. It's not 20 squared, because we're not squaring 20, it's only the B's that are being multiplied by themselves, and the numbers produce the 20. Slightly harder examples, but it works in exactly the same way as these. So here you've got 2 A's and 3 A's. And again, possible mistake might be to go, well, we're going to do 2 and 3 together, so I'll do 2, 3, and then I'll stick A times A on the end like that. But that looks like 23 now, which is not what's happening. It's 2 multiplied by 3. So even though there's not a multiplication sign in between these, really, this still means 2 multiplied by A, multiplied by 3, multiplied by A. We're just a bit too lazy to write the multiplication signs in there. So when you see that, maybe it's obvious it's going to be 6, so the regular numbers times together, A squared, A times A. This one's going to work in a really similar way. 2 times 3 is 6, and we know that A times B is written as AB, so you get that. Negatives can be in there as well. doesn't change anything. We know how to do negative 2 multiplied by 3. It would be negative 6, and then a times a is a squared. And then if they're both negatives, as we got here, two negatives multiplied together makes a positive. So that would be positive 6 a squared. Should be enough to have a go at the questions, so try those and check the answers.